Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching. This is Risco in Tokyo. Oh my god, it's so loud. This is Risco in Tokyo coming at you with some more Little Big Planet. Why did I... No, I just wanted to open up mod view. Fine. If that's what does it, that's what does it. That's all I just want mod view. Also, it would be nice if, like, it put the game down that we're playing. That would be super cool. Would appreciate that. Give me like a second. Oh, Chronos! Give me 1 second. Let me just sort this. How you doing, Chronos? I hope you're doing well. I know that you said that you dropped me that message the other night, which is last night, that you couldn't drop by, and that's like no problem at all. I hope that you don't worry about that. I know stuff comes up, like just things need to be sorted, so that's like super cool. You did miss us playing the Britney Spears Toxic level in Saba, and it's kind of a trip. Just kinda. I mean, probably more than kind of a trip. It's a trip. Did you play that level? Yeah, it's like, it's not a bad level, but it was certainly, I wasn't, like, I know that Ludo mentioned that Britney Spears was in the game, but I wasn't expecting it. And that's like Des! No, am I? Well, I mean, it's kind of a little bit early, but I'm glad that you're here, Des. I worry because the Twitters is exploding, so I don't know who's gonna see, like, our posts anymore. I mean, on one hand, most folks know when we stream, but even still. Also, Des, give me 1 second, Kronos. Let me just flip up to Des for a second. Des, I don't know if you saw the message that I sent you on the Twitters, but it does have ways that you can get in touch with me if the site like completely explodes, which it looks like it's going to be doing. So if you didn't get those, I don't know, I'll maybe message you here. I hope it doesn't, but like it does not look good. Floppable, it is wonderful to see you. Hive, it is also wonderful to see you. Everybody, I hope that you're doing very well tonight, that you don't have any more stress than you can deal with, which seems like a vainglorious hope, because everything's on fire again, as it always been. Let me flip back to Kronos really quick. It says, anyways, I just finished Lost Judgment completely. DLC was only like 8 or 9 hours, so now I've gone through it all. That's great, I think. Did you enjoy it? Was it good? Also, side note, I don't know if I told you this before. I think I mentioned it on stream, but I don't know if you're here. Like a Dragon is, unfortunately, there's no localization in Like a Dragon, so it's not going to be something that we're going to play on stream. Just because there'd be like way too much reading and translating that I would have to do. So, because it's an RPG. Hives asked Floppy if you're avoiding Mastodon, and says, nah, just playing Pokemon and helping a friend plan out a small event. Well, no, see, I think what happened, Kronos, was I think that when we did Yakuza 0, I think that was actually from the US store, and that's why it was localized. And I don't know if it's localized here, but Like a Dragon was not localized, and I was really disappointed. Especially considering it like took forever to download. Floppable's got a really great point about Mastodon. Giving the DMs to Reddit mods, not super great. Personally, although that's like a very big point of like privacy concern that I'm concerned about, but before I even got to that point was the fact that every time somebody tried to explain Mastodon to me, I felt like my brain meats were leaking out of my ears. I didn't understand anything that they were saying. Hirunda! Excellent point, Floppable. That's a very, very good point. Because, yeah, that's pretty much asking for trouble. Hirunda, it is wonderful to have you in. I hope that you're doing very well. I hope that health continues to improve for you. It's like, it's wonderful to start off the chat with it nice and busy, but there's like 3 different topics going on, so if I drop any plates, remind me and let me know. I wonder, like, oh, completely not necessarily connected, but this is the 8th anniversary birthday of LBP3, so appropriate that we're playing it tonight. It's still broken. It's still broken. Oh, Hirunda, then let me follow you, or I'm not gonna push you to follow me, but I'll put a follow on you if you just DM me with a with like your link, in Discord or something. Hive says, in the meantime, all caps, co-host TOS says that they own all the content on the site, including user-generated content, and that using purposely misleading names is against TOS. I thought, I thought they kind of fixed up some of their TOS stuff, but maybe not. Also, Quill, it is wonderful to see you. I hope that you're doing very, very well tonight. I hope that life is not giving you any stress. That's in the revised TOS. Hate that. Hate that. Hate it. So I think co-host is off the table for me then. This is a safe space for spouse enjoyers. Even if your spouse, you're not necessarily married to your spouse. It could be a long-term partner or a short-term partner with which you have a strong emotional bond or connection. But hi, words from mouth parts, do words. We support that. We support good relationships here. Gomez and Morticia are goals, even if your goals aren't marriage. Quill says, had an easy day teaching and then the afternoon off. That sounds lovely. That sounds absolutely lovely. I hope that... I don't know what clause is supposed to follow. I hope that. Because really, the starting clause should have been, I'm glad that. I'm glad that you had a nice easy day, because you deserve them. It feels like you've had a lot of days. The most day. Which is very nice after getting to wear my clothes last night. That is so... I'm just... got a lot of happiness. Quill, reading your updates and being able to chat with you on the tumblers, they've made me very happy. Nice days are nice days. Like, no doubt about that. We all could use some nice days, I think. Nah. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna force folks to give me good news, because, like, that's a lot of pressure to put on people, but I love hearing y'all's good news. That makes me happy as clams. Well, you deserve to blush. Hopefully the happy oh, fudge. I like that. I like these floating islands, though. Clams can be happy. Yes. They're always smiling. Like clam smiles, but smiles nonetheless. And they've got one giant foot. And, I mean, I don't know if that would make me happy, but I bet it makes clams happy. Yes. Gonna go with that. This is actually not... It's loud, though. This level's very loud. I'm sorry about that. But this is not a bad silhouette level. I swear, people have, like, the biggest trouble with silhouette levels, and I don't know why. Hiruna says, I did have to remove a picture of me in motion capture suit off my Tumblr. I mean, was it like the kind of suit with all the golf balls on it? Like that, like a circus suit? Because I could see why. Wait, that came out wrong. I shouldn't have said it like that, but I could see how that might be a little bit embarrassing. Quill says, in more neutral news, I looked up the OCD autism comorbidity, and it's quite high, and it has a list of common obsessions that's like my greatest hits. I mean, yeah, I could see the neutral side of that, but also maybe kind of nailing some things down is not so bad. I hope. Oh, this is... Casey Abe, why have you done this? They were marble-sized. Is that better or worse than the golf ball-sized ones? What a weird little deal there. I'm actually looking at one of Casey Abe's levels next LBSP, and they're a very, like, weirdly inconsistent creator. Like, some of their levels are really, really nice, and some of them are not. It almost makes you wonder if there's multiple people on the account. Hedon says, I don't know. There was my face in the picture, so it had to go. That's a mood. I 100% dig that. Are you saying they have a ghost creator? I mean, they may. But there are very distinct differences with their levels that are, like, consistently replicated. If that makes sense, like, there's one type of I wasn't expecting that, but that's okay. There's, like, one presentation that'll show up in, like, 4 or 5 levels, and then a completely different style of presentation will show up in, like, another 4 or 5 levels. It's weird. That just means it takes place in the same universe. I mean, you're right. Hedon says, I think the main issue with silhouette levels is the odd camera depth. It can make gameplay a little bit more confusing. This is... You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. That can be an issue. I think that, like, if the creator limits layers, it can help a lot. Like, just having a layer instead of having, like, a couple layers to move between. But I see a lot of creators attempting silhouette levels, but I rarely see them pull them off. Quill says, I've been dreaming a lot about changing my name, so I guess I'm gonna get that going soon. I'm pumping my fists here. Quill, that's exciting. I know that you explained, like, some of how all of that works, and, like, you can do it a couple of times for free, but you can't use it legally. But then you could pay money so that you could use it legally, if I'm remembering the conversation right. Also, Alice, hello. It is wonderful to see you as always. I hope that life is giving you only good things. And Buttons as well. It is so good to see you. Gosh, everybody's here tonight. This makes me... I am just pleased. I am pleased as punch. And before anybody asks, yes, Punch can be pleased. In case I didn't see it, you posted your Tumblr on Twitter. I have not seen it yet, but I will peep that. Also, these hello words, tortoises. The shells change color. I love that. I love these bobbing islands. There's just so much. It's a very active level. Like, material shaping, not great. I'm gonna go out there and say it's not great, but charming, yes. The conceit is charming. I'm here for it. Flopple says changing my name was pretty easy in Australia. Basically, I paid $250 for a $200 for the name change and $50 for a printed birth certificate, as well as my change of name certificate, filled out a form, printed it, took it to some ID to adjust as the piece, and posted it. Now, Floppable, was that just the name change, or was that also, like, the gender marker change? Because it seems really easy. Quill says you can assume a name at will, but it has no legal use, and you rely on people's goodwill to use it. You can change your name for a fee 3 times in a lifetime, and you have to keep it for a year. Gotcha. Okay. Read it. I've got you as well. Oh, okay, so that's... Well, okay, I'm gonna keep that sotto voce, so as to not reveal any more personal details than have been revealed, but that's tracking with what I've heard on the issue. And that sucks! And that's how it is in Japan as well. Japan's system also has the lovely can't be married because they don't recognize same-sex marriages. You can't have any children under 20. You can't be under 20 yourself. You need 2 doctor's notes. And also you have to be, like, sterilized. Which, if you're doing the bottom surgery, kind of seems like... You know, you're going the extra mile, but... Oh yeah, it's bad. That was one of the things in the march that we were specifically protesting. Well, there's the 6 bits. Let me see if I got them all right. So, have to be over 20. Can't be married. If currently married, you must get divorced. Can't have any children under 20. 2 doctor's notes. Bottom surgery and sterilization. Yep, that's all 6. Also, yes, thank you, Kronos, for catching that. This is Adam's family values, so just be careful with the swearing. But don't feel bad about it, because I'll probably screw it up myself tonight, because it happens like once an episode. I'm not very good at remembering. I need the reminder too, and I set the rule. I kind of like this level. Like, it's ugly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna, like, gild the lily and say that it's not, but I really like the color change. I think that's a nice detail. PG-13 lets you have 1 swear. I think you're right, yeah. Like, I don't ever remember what the rules are anymore for PG-13. But it's passionate. Yeah, it is passionate. It is passionate. And I appreciate that. Quill says, we only have full marriage rights for trans folks fairly recently. We used to have only same-sex marriages since the state didn't recognize trans men and women as different from their assigned sex. Yeah, that's like, it's kinda how it is. I mean, if you go through the entire rigmarole of, like, actually having your gender change, then, like, you fall under possibly the same-sex marriage thing, and then your marriage gets annulled. Well, I mean, not annulled, I don't think. It's just like a forced divorce, basically. I'll always bat for a project that has heart. Honestly, yeah. And that's kind of... it's kind of funny, because that's the way I felt about the level I looked at in today's episode for Little Bite-Sized Planet. Like, it's kind of slight. There's not a lot of meat on the bones, but it looks really pretty, and it captures a really good feeling of, like, LBP1 era gameplay. And I just, like, yeah, could it have been more ambitious? Maybe. But did it really appeal to me? Absolutely. The colors are mine. Give them back to me, sack thing. Are you kidding me? We get a boss fight? This is amazing. I love it. Who did this level? I need to talk to them and let them know that this is wonderful. Wait, I didn't want to do that, though. I mean, like, I didn't want to... Okay, so we can go here. They actually keep you from breaking it. I appreciate that. Alice's might make a Mastodon, but that's only because most Portuguese Twitter people are moving there. They're moving to Facebook also, but I'm not going to make a new Facebook account. That's totally valid. I would not either make a new Facebook account. I guess you could conceivably pay me to do that, but you'd need to pay me a fair amount. When you see a hot MB sack creature, we call that a snack thing. Oh my god, Quill! Quill! Quill, I love it! You could also get paid and say you made a Facebook account, but like, don't you think they'd check? Kronos? I feel like they would check. Nobacks. Nobacks, you're getting a heart from me, because that was a really appreciated level. I really enjoyed it. Hive says, moving to Mastodon is a necessary evil thing, since a bunch of disability activists are moving to Mastodon, and one, that's important for life stuff and praxis, and two, it's important for my work and disability stuff. That's like super fair, Hive, and that's like the one thing that would make me consider it. Des has got to pop back home, be back in 20 minutes or so. We'll be here, Des. 20 minutes is definitely within our window. Like, the one... The big thing that I'm gonna be missing from Twitter is like the informational side of it. Like, cause my follows and my TL that I looked at was pretty split down the middle, where it's like I had lots of art that made me really happy, but then the other half of it was like pretty crunchy stuff I wanted to know or I wanted to learn about. You know, so it was, you know, disability activists, the folks of different races that were talking about their situations with like justice and racism and things like that. Trans Twitter, and like I, at least so far, haven't really seen that in Tumblr. Like, I'm getting a lot of art and I love that, but I don't seem to be getting like just that steady stream of here's information too, here's stuff that you might want to know about, and that like bothers me a little bit, because I think about, you know, late egg stage and stuff, and not that I was following people specifically for trans stuff, that kind of ended up being like a lucky accident, but I was. And like a lot of the threads that they had posted, a lot of the things that they had talked about helped me out a lot. Also, you know, following a lot of disability activists, and it helped me kind of round out my own ideas about ableism and how I wanted to approach that on channel and just in my life in general. So Hive says, depending on where you look, there's a lot of leftist and disability stuff on Tumblr. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes pretty open for it, because I definitely want that side to my feed. It honestly might be worthwhile creating a Mastodon and not using DMs and other stuff. It might be. Hive says, I really haven't found much trans stuff, or rather, I had found a bunch of trans stuff in early Tumblr and they just ate each other. No. Quill? Like, seriously, it's easy to bag on Twitter because Twitter frankly deserves it, but I'm not gonna lie and say that it didn't do a lot of good in my life, and that's maybe just a lot of luck that I stumbled on pretty decent people early on, but Hive says lots of true scum agitating, and then a bunch of other folks trying to protect eggs from the true scum. I hate that. I did like come across a GC in, like, not in my field, not in my feed, but in like from your tags feed, the recommendations from your tags. because they used the trans tag and then just used it to bag on this trans guy, and it was like, why though? I mean, I know why, but it still sucked. Usually when I would run into stuff like that on Twitter, it would be like one step removed, where it'd be somebody who is actually trans, like, reporting on GC. I don't really need direct contact with them, I think. But it was an easy block, at least. R2? Wait, why R2? R2 doesn't do anything. R2 just waves my arm. Did they mean R1? Creator... I mean, it's not a big deal, because I know what the mechanic is, but... there's no manual jump down. How weird. This is very much an odd duck level, and I don't know how I feel about it. I would have definitely gone with a different background, though. This is like a trash background. They did not include this background in the game for a reason, because it's trash. Tumblr doesn't have an algorithm. If you're seeing awful stuff, it's your fault. So someone who couldn't then explain why the Tumblr mobile... give me a second here. Tumblr mobile app was actively telling me I should follow MAGA people on my followed tab. Like, actively pushing stuff that, one, was in no way related to my interests other than politics, and two, was in the part of my feed I go to so I can avoid Tumblr recommendations. That's gross. That's gross. I hate that. I will have to keep my eyes clearly peeled. Like when hearting things and reblogging things that they're not actually from jerk accounts. What was that all about? That was just like the weirdest flex. Lots of screen tear on this level, and it's not like a big deal, but it's definitely noticeable and weird. Cause it's not that busy a level, visually speaking. I mean, it kind of is, but what the hell? What? What? Where did we go? What? It does though, doesn't it? Like, it's got that feel to it. But that was... I don't know about that. That level was a lot. That was just like a whole mood to that level. No. Slush Castle from AJ13. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Hive says, please tell me how liking photos of cats and posts about how unionization is good and actual leftist political theory and disability activism is anyway something that a good algorithm would send me. Here's the exact opposite of everything you liked. I mean, good for the system, but not good for you. Because I can only imagine that they want you to engage with that and, like, be angry. And angry respond. Quill says, I had to call out one of the voice actors from the old DBZ Abridged series for retweeting a Fash account once. He'd fallen for their rhetoric that can be read two ways trick. I hate that. I hate that. Cronus says, the biggest loss for me is that I won't be able to find the cat anymore, and there's no oh my god. Like, and that's an honest oh my god, that sucks. Because that's a fun account. Also, Kronos, are you on the tumblers? When will I know when Pepito the cat is home? I don't know what that means. I'm not anywhere that isn't Twitter. Oh, right, because you did the post, the funny post. The haha funny post. I mean, it wasn't not funny, but it also kind of wasn't funny. That's got some, it's your fault and Tesla blew up and killed your family. Yeah, the energy is there. You are, as they say, not wrong, Quill. What is this level even? Hiruda, apparently you played this level? It's Shadow Creators. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not gonna... I've got the feeling yes. I can't imagine it was to anything that, Kronos has said. I don't want to bag on Shadow Creators because they certainly were out there in the trenches creating, but, like... Yeah... I don't want to say it's cringy, but it's kind of cringy is all. What adventures Rolf the Campus Cat is having? Who is Rolf the Campus Cat? All these things I don't know. All I know is that the kid who does the really great Binding of Isaac like fan art is as far as I know doesn't have a Tumblr, and that makes me so amazingly sad because like his art was just a complete total mood and I loved it. Hype says, Risu, that was in response to their response to me, which amounted to mobile app is bad, that's still your fault. I hate that. We don't need to stan a website, I'm pretty sure. A lot of Japanese creators aren't on Tumblr, which means I'll get less cute gay Ashura and Uni fan art. Oh my gosh, MK isn't... is MK bunch of numbers on Tumblr? I gotta find out. Cause her art is so good. It's just, there's such a mood to her art. And not having that on my TL periodically is gonna make me a very sad squirrel. Like, it's hard to describe just like how well she nails the feeling of it. Like, there's... Okay, I'm trying to think of how deeply I want to get into this because it's not like 100% family friendly. Okay, I feel like we're gonna have to hold off on discussion of why MK's art is so, yes, sapphic. It's extremely sapphic. That's a good way to put it. I mean, it's also a correct way to put it, but I was trying to think of another way to put it. Hive says they were oddly protective of Tumblr, which as a person who's been using Tumblr for a decade is a choice. There does seem to be like this weird protectionism to Tumblr that I don't 100% get. Very like, I don't know. Hip random teens kind of feel to it. Which I am not a hip teen. I am very random, but like I'm not a teen and I'm definitely not hip. I don't feel like I need to scream like look how wacky I am. What the heck? Level, what do you want from me? This is so... There's like so much going on in this level. Why though? Did we need this? Did this have to be a grappling hook section? I guess? Does this need to light up? No. Just don't know how to do checkpoints. I just did a freaking tutorial about this. Not that I expect that this creator watched that tutorial before making this level, but I would like it if this knowledge were disseminated. Checkpoints can be your friend. Hive says, I was going to suggest trying to find those Japanese artists on Pixiv, but that would require dealing with the rest of Pixiv. Also, like, I think something's going on with Pixiv recently, Hive. I think, like, a bunch of content is not allowed there anymore. Yeah. Well, okay, there's a couple of oofs for Pixiv. Like, one, I can't remember if it's like the head of Pixiv or one of the execs, but is currently in a court case for sexual harassment of a trans woman. So there's that. His defense is that it's totally okay because she's a guy. I'm doing this complex thing with my face and hand to indicate how I feel about that, but it's not very good. But there was also, I think, there was a change in, like, payment policy that may have caused them to need to take down a bunch of art. Oh, Sophia! Long time no see! How you doing? Yes, Kronos has got that. I don't know the full deets about that one, but that's the more recent one. And probably the one that's got more people worked up. Sophia, I hope that you are doing wonderfully tonight. I hope that life is not giving you any more stress than you personally feel like you can deal with, because, you know, the world, it sucks. I mean, the world doesn't suck. I'm gonna say the world doesn't suck. Mostly. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm working on optimism. Cautious optimism. 1 + 1 = 0. Why though? 1 + 2 = 3. Yeah, got that. What? 2 + 0 = 0. What? No, what does none of this make sense? I'm good, tired, but good. It's been a good week personally. I love to hear that. I don't know what's going on any more than you do, Hive. I don't know, Kronos. Am I, like... What is... Why is all this zeros? Are we supposed to get the one that's correct? What? Why though? I'm so confused. Did they actually put they put the wall all the way to the background? Good on them? So that nobody could break their silly little puzzle? But since there are no points, I do not care. Nor do I need to. I mean, 1 + 2 does equal 3. Why do you do this to me? Fine. See if I care. Level. What is that? What was that even? The confusion, like the pure just. Maybe it's a context where 2 plus 0 equals 0, like 2 people with no food. Not impossible. That's the problem I find with like puzzles in LBP. That there's usually like a logic to the puzzle that the creator understands and hasn't shared with anyone. I remember, unfortunately it's a level that I erased, but it's a relatively simple puzzle because there's not really that many inputs to the puzzle and there's no consequence for failure, but the answer to the puzzle would have only been obvious to somebody who liked John Carpenter's In the Mouth as much as I did, so that they would be able to get a reference that was earlier in the puzzle, so they would know that they needed to turn a light blue. And turning the light blue would, like, open up a... I think it got him a key that would open up a door that they could move on with the puzzle, and it's like, to me, that made absolute sense. It's like, of course, everybody knows this movie. This movie is amazing. Everyone must have seen it and recognized that quote. That was it? I was off somewhere else. What I miss? Don't worry about it. You don't know, you're 100% okay. Meat space, as always, takes precedence. And not too much. A couple confusing levels. One level that was definitely over-designed. And I don't know if you saw the rainbow level, but it was really cute. And I like that one. That's been my favorite one so far. And apparently this is Saba. But Saba in LBP3. And hopefully this isn't spoilers. I don't recall any castles in Saba. Maybe this is the last level. Kronos, don't tell us if this is the last level. There was a rainbow level. It was cute. Like, all of the materials for the platforms and everything were like a beige color, but as you passed them by, they would like change color into the colors of the rainbow. But it was sweet. It was really nice, and I liked it. It didn't look great, like as far as just presentation, but as Kronos said, it had a heart, and sometimes that's really what you want out of a level. Or at least sometimes that's what I want out of a level. Oh, I hate the checkpoint. Hate that. Hate that so much. Wait, that's not a climbing bit? But that looked just like the other climbing bit? Why do you do this to me? Maybe because we have the boost boots on? I don't know. Everything is confusing and I hate it. I mean, I don't hate it. I shouldn't just break that out for the level. We haven't even really started it, but it is confusing, and I hate being confused. Also, like, did they need to have the material in the same layer as that other material so that it looks like it's clipping through the wall? Because I don't like that. I'm definitely not liking that. Especially since that's, like, really easy to fix. Requires no work. Hating the first impression, maybe? Yeah. It's not winning me over. Des, welcome back. I hope that your lurk was successful. Yes, you did. And I see that the Whisper light is lit up, so once I'm on break, I'll pop over to the Tumblr and make sure that that's saved in so I don't forget it. And Alice's as well. I'll check up on the Twitters if Twitter is still like functioning in 15 minutes. This level looks strangely bright. It looks... I don't know if I would say that it's bright so much that it's washed out. Because... why are you not charging the boost boots? There's too much light gray. Not light gray. I cannot talk. I have no words. The words, they're gone. There's like too much tan, like very light tan. And I think that's kind of leading to the impression that it's overly bright. Thank you! Yes! Beige. Beige is actually probably a better word. Oh my god, this is very fast. I have no idea how this is supposed to be Sackthing a big adventure because it doesn't feel like it at all. Oh, I hate that. Twitter will not die till the World Cup happens, which checks notes is in 3 days. Oh, that's like another thing, is like, so Elon shuts the buildings and fires all these people on the cusp of the World Cup and a new Pokemon releasing at the same time. It's gonna explode. It's gonna be like Neo Tokyo on the cusp of the Olympics. Hopefully we'll get some body horror because I love that. Honestly, I need more of that in my life, but... what is this, even? I have no words and I can't talk. A Guide to Nonverbal Autism and Sci-Fi. Could you send me a copy of that book if you've got it? Because I feel like I could use that, Quill. Not that I played it, but it is this is reminiscent to me of a Super Meat Boy level. That's... I don't think that's an uncharitable read of the level, Sophia. I do feel like Super Meat Boy has got a lot more like platform interaction, because you've got a lot of bouncing in Super Meat Boy, and you've got a little bit of that here with the hero cape and the wall climb thing, but I don't think quite to the degree. This level's just like straight up gonna kill me. I hate it. I so wish that they'd gotten Baranowski back to do Super Meat Boy Forever's music, because I really liked Super Meat Boy, even though I wasn't able to beat it. But to me, even more than Binding of Isaac, like, the experience of Super Meat Boy is intrinsically entwined with Baranowski's music. And Ridiculon's take on it is just distractingly bad. No, that's unfair. That's probably unfair. It's distractingly bad if you've played Super Meat Boy with the original soundtrack. It's probably fine on its own, but it stands out so strongly that this is not right. Alice says there's also an election in Spain happening at the start of next year. I would be deeply shocked if Twitter lasts until the start of next year. Like, I can't see that happening. Discover an old abandoned mine filled with copper. I will discover this mine. Let us discover it together. I should fire up Super Meat Boy because I think my laptop will actually handle it. was it a super like chore to make the Mastodon hive? Because I heard like it seems like a super chore. It seems like a whole thing. Quill says play in Neo 2 and Scrampus just helped me kill a scary ape guy. I love that. I need to... It's still mid-November, so I still have time, but I need to put like a bookmark on Neo 2 so that I can... Words? I hate it. I hate it. I cannot words. So that I can make sure that I can download it when I want to play it. Oh, I see. We gotta tap the R1. I thought we needed to swing it around or something. Where? Yeah, okay. Hyde says I went to Kolkativa Social, clicked sign up, created a username, entered an email address, created a password, clicked on the verify email link that I was emailed. Okay, so it wasn't particularly different than the usual. Like, don't you have to find the perfect instance that you want or something like that? I guess that's the Kolkavita? Not the Sony Vita, which honestly, like, I mean, PlayStation Vita could be a pretty great instance. Words hard. Words are hard. And it doesn't help that I spent like 30 minutes before the stream, like directly before the stream, recording a special episode of Little Bite-Sized Planet that'll probably get up tonight. Maybe? Kolkavita is... Oh, Kolkativa is an anarchist, anti-capitalist, anti-colonialist instance. I like that. Hedonda says, you know what? Taking my shenanigans that are documented on Twitter and archiving it on Tumblr would be a good waste of time while down with COVID. There you go. I have far too many shenanigans myself. Hedonda, I've got like somehow 18,000 posts on Twitter. That's too many posts. Although I suppose like a bunch of those posts are also from the before, so just ignore those. Hive says I think I hit 20,000 posts like 3 or 4 years ago. Lol. Lol. It is nice, isn't it? The detail with the pickaxe is pretty well done. This material, though, like, I don't know. It's not a bad material, and I feel like in limited usage, it looks pretty nice, but big wide swaths of it, I think, really make you realize how flat it is. I don't think it lends itself well. I do get fiddly about that kind of thing. I'm not reading any of the story. I feel kind of bad about that, but I just do not have the focus to read. Sophia says, I'd be surprised if I'm below 30k, and if less than 95% of that are retweets. I know I've got like a lot of retweets, but I kind of made it a point to try to talk roughly as much as I was retweeting, just because, I don't know, pride thing, I guess? Like, I kind of wanted it to be my account. I know that's kind of nose in the air, but when did we switch to Minecraft? Do you think that there might be creepers? I don't know if I can handle creepers. Also, like 5 minutes ago. So, not as far back as Ozymandias blew up New York, but we'll drop the squid on New York, honestly. Zack Snyder, among the many faults of Zack Snyder, that he was too much of a coward to use the giant psychic space squid? Like, just go all in? Oh, we're just gonna make a big explosion. Who cares? It's a Doc Manhattan explosion. Who cares? Space squid or bust. He instead called the machine the squid. Wait, what? Tell me he didn't. Sophia says if there's any creepers, I think the mods can handle them. My mods are wonderful mods. I trust my mods with my stream, which is why they're mods, and have yet to fail me. Quill says my proposal: space squid with bust. Ooh. Like a mind flayer? Now let's remember, it's family friendly. Flopple says, did anybody have Yuji Naka arrested for insider trading on their 2022 bingo list? I did not, but I did see that story. And I'm still not convinced that we're not still in 2020. I remember the Cthulhu dating game. I'm 90,000% sure that that would not be Lovecraft approved, which means that it's probably okay. Alice says you always know it's a classic story when it involves insider trading. It is Japan. If somebody's gonna get arrested for something, it'll probably be a financial crime. Wait, what did I miss? I'm actually digging on this level. The biggest complaint I kind of feel like I have is just I'm not a fan of the material used this way. And I wish I kind of had realized sooner that these were veins of ore that we could dig out. But this is neat, what they've done with this level. I appreciate it. Honestly, though, it is, and I'm tired of it. I need this very much to not be 2020 anymore. Because I think we've all been through enough. Mood. The cow says mood. Oh, that's a really nice way to get the like the lava blast effect. That's really cool. I know it's super simple. I know it's just like two round bits of lava rotating really quickly with the camera pulled up, but that was slick. And they tell us about minerals. Look at that. It's edutational. I could pull off a calzona. Would you like to pull off a calzona? In which case we 100% support that. This was a good one. It's 2023 for you already. Is that like Alice, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? And like, does man survive? Is woman alive? That was a pickaxe. We were mining the copper. Let me find some music to toss on, because I am going to be taking a break in a sec. Also, because I have to get ready for early next year, because I'm going early next year to visit family members in America. Wowzers and or Bowsers? Potentially good? Slightly worried? Air travel makes me nervous right now, and I'm glad that, I talked to my folks today, and they're both still somehow healthy for being 74 years old. I would like them to continue being healthy because I do not want to go back to the United States at all. Sophia says, my Sona is currently a bunny and want a goat one. That's right. I feel like you've put up art in the Discord of your Sona. Like, it's ringing bells in my brain meats, but I don't know if that's a created memory or if it's a thing that I've actually seen. Okay, good. Good. Alice is going to meet the Construction King. I don't know if that's a reference or not, Alice, but I hope the Construction King is kind to you. Cool says, I'd love to visit the US. Wasn't a bit of a hellscape for trans folks and most other people. Yes. Like, that's the thing is, like, there are people I really want to visit. There's old friends. Okay, well, there's a old friend who I'm still in touch with, who I would dearly love to see. Wait, let me quick check. Sophia says, I could repost it and tag you if you want, or just DM it to you. I would be happy with either of those, to whichever floats your personal boat. There's folks that I've met on stream, or through, like, net space that I would love to see in meet space and show them how much I've appreciated having them in my life. I kind of want to see my family. I mean, like, I do want to see my family, but that's like a whole complicated thing. And I don't know where I am about that right yet. But even pre-plague, the idea of going through TSA is just slightly terrifying. And then you've got the plague. And then you've got, like, just the steadily ramping violent rhetoric towards trans folks in the US right now, and it's just like, I don't know when I'm gonna feel safe going back. So, like, my family being healthy is beyond the fact that they're my family and I want them to be healthy. It's like, thank God I don't need to go back and see somebody in the hospital or put somebody into the ground, because I'm not ready to do that. Alice says, my uncle from New Jersey keeps talking about the husband of his sister's wife and calls him the Construction King, and says he runs street construction in a lot of New Jersey, and every time he talks about the guy, it feels like a Sopranos episode. I love and or hate that. Quill says, I'd love to go to New Orleans, Zion Valley, and a bunch of places from Fallout New Vegas just for the giggles. That's it's a perfectly good reason to go. Traveling while trans has become increasingly frightening living here. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine. And I feel there's times like I honestly do feel a bit guilty being over here and figuring my stuff out, like, where at least physical side of things I'm relatively safe, knowing that people that are important to me like yourself buttons are kind of dealing with this in your lives over in the US. And it's like, I experienced that only vicariously. It's a weird spot to be in, where it's like every now and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, I really should go back to the States and do something active. And then I think to myself, like, that's a good way to get yourself hurt. Hyde says, Quill, I must also say that Noah, I never say this guy's name right. Noah Gervais has done Fallout Tour videos, so you could scratch that itch from home in the current instance. This is true. Fallout New Vegas tour sounds very fun. I want to go on a Dead Mall tour. It was one of the things I was doing before stream tonight. I just somehow got sucked in to the Dead Malls tab on a tag on Tumblr, and it's just like, Dead Malls are so cool. Alan says, I'll be trying to visit my girlfriend in Massachusetts while in America to visit her and see if there's some way to bring her to Portugal. Good luck with that, Alice. We will keep our toes crossed. Hedonist says, there's one literal crater in Nevada. I cannot read. Oh my god. There's one literal crater in Nevada I think I'd go to, and at least one good Beta Taco joint in New York City. That's it. Hidunda, you could go to Milwaukee, you could go to the bar that I used to work at, and you could bowl. You could bowl at the bar, and maybe be involved in a bar fight. I don't know. It's not a super rough bar, but it's a kind of rough bar, but like, there's bowling. And probably still DDR. There's probably still DDR, and I bet they still have Time Crisis too. It's only been 20 years. Hi, says family in America, and I'm not sure how many of them I want to meet. That's a mood. I gotta take a break. Because the body is saying, hey, you need to stretch, but also other bio stuff. So I'm going to leave the chat in the capable hands of Hive and Kronos. I'm going to put on some music, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. Alright, I am back. I've done my stretching, I've attended my bios, and I realize that we have now truly entered into late fall, early winter because I have unconsciously removed one and only one sock. And that is the sign that we are here in early winter. I don't know why why does this regulate my body heat? It's consistent too. Hive says, I followed my first person from another Mastodon instance. I'm going to assume that that's good. Also, Kronos. Oh my god, Kronos, I've got the worst news for you. I'm so sorry. But Gearbox has eaten Risk of Rain 2, and the original devs are no longer on the Risk of Rain 2 project. So that's a thing that happened. When Norisu exits her burrow and wears only one sock, the seasons will change soon. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, you knew the Gearbox part, but not the devs part, I guess? Where? Oh, that's... Hold on, let me see if I can find the tweet. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me pull this up for you. Because this is on the Twitters. Yes, I will go to the Twitters. Why can I never... I got the tweet on Discord. Why can't I find the frickin'... Oh, there it is. Okay. Copy link. Didn't Gearbox also eat the Saints Row devs? Yes. Yes, they did. Gonna have to stand my ground on the dev part so you give me hard evidence. Well, that's the link that I just put up is what was in the Discord that I was reading. Saint Row are Embracer Group, I think, and they've been embraced. Honestly, though, Sophia, you ain't wrong. I hate it, but you ain't wrong. Yeah, I was, like, I read the message and I was like, what? How do you even do that? Like, Hopo is, I would say, integral to the feel of Risk of Rain? I guess. I can't say like I really get all of that, but I suppose. Wait, I don't want to look at recently played. We played those already. That's the point. But I am displeased, would say that would be the least of it. I'm quite displeased. I have other news. I am honestly sorry, Kronos. I knew that you weren't gonna like that, but you were gonna. I mean, you would have found it out eventually, I suppose. But it's crappy news. And really, non-family friendly words could be used to describe the situation quite easily. Oh, right. Before I forget, because I'm forgetting many things, Alice and Hirunda, I sorted both of your Tumblr dealies, so we are on the trolley, as it were. I think I actually looked at wall dodge on one of my episodes, and it was fine. That's what reminded me, because I saw the notification come up on my phone, and I was like, oh! Stormy Pink Attack. It's a platformer. By Winter is You. But if Winter is me, who is Winter? Flopple says, I look forward to Risk of Rain getting a character whose gimmick is that they're really annoying, and they demonstrate this by being really, really annoying. Hate that. Oh, come on! This, what? Did you have to? I hate this. I hate this so much. They're letting me into Risk Rain at last? The Quill! Wait, what the heck is going down? What is this? Why is this? What's going on here? I don't know, Alice, I got no idea. Is this guy Madden? Like John Madden? I think John Madden's dead. And Quill, I call shenanigans on you being annoying. I do not believe that I've ever experienced that. Guy Madden is Canadian art house director that did My Winnipeg. I did not know that. I mean, this could be art house. Quill, I disbelieve that without hard evidence. I hate this song so much. You know, I feel like it's been a while since it's come up, too. That's when I use my jokes and gaffes for evil. Well, I mean, we all do that. Oh, Jilly Beans, how you doing? It's wonderful to see you, and this is a lot, this level. And I'm feeling ways about it. Time to look for Christmas levels today. Must we, though? Oh, come on! Oh, I hate it! I hate it so much! Oh, they're just gonna put the song on repeat, too. I take it that the driving was successful? Jilly, no accidents? So these are flashbacks to that one video of a NASA game with TTS chat, John Madden. Alice says, don't you want to play some mid-platformer where Santa Baby is blasting 24 hours? Alice, do not speak that evil into chat. Oh god, huh? I almost said Hive. Why? You're not even the same color this time. Chrono says, I guess I should probably brace for impact when they release a $60 Risk of Rain live service multiplayer shooter with premium battle pass. So much evil. I know the news isn't your fault by any means, but I do mean it when I say my week has become significantly worse. I am so sorry, Kronos. Like, I honestly am. At the very least, you can commiserate with us. You didn't have to find this out on your own. Jillybean says, oh yes, I was safe, others not so much. Saw 4 different sheriffs at 4 different cars in the ditch in the first hour. That is so Milwaukee. That is like... Do we just never learn how to drive on crappy roads? Snake, snake! Sake! What? Des says I'm having a bowl of porridge with almonds sprinkled on top and a teaspoon of cherry jam. Oh my god. This bounteous repast that you're having, Des. My lunch isn't fancy anymore since lockdown closed catering at work. I mean, it sounds pretty darn fancy to me. But I basically live on Japanese curry, so everything sounds fancy to me. Risk Rain 3 will probably be Epic Games exclusive. Just, I feel like we're lancing the boil, Chronos. Just like get it all out. Just get all of the gunk out of the boil so that it does not like fester. Jilly says people seem to think their luxury SUVs are not subject to physics and the laws of the natural world. I'm pretty darn glad there weren't a ton of those around when I was driving in Milwaukee. That would not make me comfortable at all. Also, I think I miss truck nuts and rolling coal. That all happened after I got here. I never got the truck nuts thing. That didn't make any sense to me at all. Little Big Home. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. I feel like? Alice says the true crime of American cultural imperialism is in this country where most people don't speak English, the city center of my city, and the radio they play bad American Christmas music from the 50s. I am so sorry about that. Honestly, that sounds awful. Wait, Spotlight was a controversy. What? Spotlight? You don't know? Did I miss a thing? Chronos says, I guess the writing was on the wall when they said they had no idea what they had planned next after the Void DLC, so this is tragic, but it's hardly surprising it happened. I mean, do you think that they needed anything after the Void DLC? Like, do you feel like the experience was complete? And that's not like a snarky question. I haven't played it, so I can't really say. That Spotlight level was a controversy and a half within the LBPH home server. Oh! What, give us the tea. I want to know. I love LBP gossip. This doesn't have anything to do with like the gore stuff, does it? Honestly, I thought they had it in them to, at the very least, make one more expansion plan to cap off the experience. A la ETG, Farewell to Arms? ETG, ETG. ETG? Oh, Enter the Gungeon! Sorry. I should have known. What is this, like, just a minigame? Is this Nana Pud is just gonna throw cats at us? Not related to the gore stuff, okay. That's probably for the best. Okay, I guess that was just a minigame thing. Better luck next time, Crumpet. Let's see how you did. Head over to the scoreboard. Ta-da! If they make the survivors talk and make quips, I'll probably never look back. Oh, I hate that. I would not like that at all. I was gonna think of like a funny quip that I would actually want to hear, but no. Like, honestly, no. Sophia Talis says, I thought you were gonna say something along the... Wait. You've exceeded the saved data storage limit for the title. Use the application save data management utility to delete existing data from the title and create enough free space. That doesn't sound great. I don't like that. Can I delete data and not stop the stream? I don't know if I can do that. Well... What could we do? Basically, every level with saved data adds to the storage. For example, quest sensors. Yar. And we picked up like a ton of power-ups, and I bet those all got saved because they went in our sack pocket. Yep. I don't think deleting photos is gonna help any, but I don't need these photos either, so... Collectibles are also saved data, even if they're not used for literally anything. Oh, collect the bells! Yes. Unless you want to come back to an adventure, it shouldn't be a big issue. Okay. That's better. But I do have like way too many photos, so let me clean up these a little bit. I had to take a bunch of them for the bonus episode that I'm doing. God, there's so many of these. Crown says, my only hope is that they pay Chris a lot more for music if he chooses to return. That's something that I was thinking about as well. Like, are they gonna keep him doing the music? Because I can't imagine Risk Rain without his music. The writing was basically on the wall. The writing was on the wall. I can't delete these unless we actually go into the thing. My only hope is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm so confused. What? What though? There's a little spinny bobber in the corner there, so I'm gonna let that clear up before we actually move on. Just so I don't accidentally crash the game. Good news, Kenobi's a good show. Alright. I know that Hive has been talking a lot about Andor recently. And that being a lot of fun, so glad that there's some more goodness out there. Man, why is, like, PayPal, why are you sending me messages to my dead account? Quill says, these clearly didn't watch a box set of the original Star Wars films to death the way I did as a kid. I mean, I did have a box set of Star Wars films. I didn't watch them very often, though. I kind of found that my enjoyment of Star Wars was largely notational. I've heard so much good about Andor, looking forward to watching it. It does sound good. I mean, I did watch my copy of The Blob to basic death. Hedonist says, I left because being a mod that climbed to co-owner by being an okay person in the LB home server was because it was just too hot a mess and it wasn't doing me any good. Okay. Like, I guess being a Star Wars fan was just the done thing for my demographic. It's like, we were pretty young kids when Return of the Jedi came out, so we were there for like the big toy boom, so you just kind of like had to like Star Wars, and then I just assumed I liked Star Wars because that was the thing that you do. But then when I actually got like a box set of the VHS, I hardly ever really found myself watching them, and I didn't really get into a lot of like Star Wars side content, like extended universe stuff. The toys were neat, but let's face it, the Cobra for G.I. Joe were way cooler than just about anything that Star Wars put out. So yeah, if you had asked me at the time, like if you just said, hey Disco, do you like Star Wars? And I'd been like, yeah, I love Star Wars. Star Wars is so cool. Who couldn't like Star Wars? But it didn't really translate to practice. And the weird thing is I don't think I would have seen the disconnect there. Like, I think I honestly believed that I loved Star Wars, but Alice says, I watched Babe 2 like 50 times as a kid. I am so sorry to hear that, Alice. Quill says, we played them to death. The tapes would not work when we finished them. I mean, that was... I had MST3K tapes that ended up like that, which really kind of sucked because it was really hard to get them replaced. I remember, but this was like uni age. This was not when I was kid, but I do remember bugging the little living heck out of my philosophy professor. I forget which philosophy class it was, but I found out that he liked MST3K, and I just kind of forced him to make me tapes. Even after I wasn't in his class anymore, I would just kind of rock up to his office with like 4 blank tapes and be like, just fill these up, please. My siblings did the same to a Starsky and Hutch movie DVD. There was a Starsky and Hutch movie? And that's not me being snarky, that's like me being actually surprised. It's totally a thing with regards to assuming you like something because it's so expected. Yeah, it's just like, it's one of those, it's kind of like, it's weird in retrospect. Like, I dig it, and I'm not gonna beat up younger me for feeling that way, but it's kind of hard to... What's the word that I want? It's kind of hard to jibe that with kind of what I know from an overview, like kind of looking at it in a broad sense. There was like a 2000 wave of revival movies for the known 80s cop show things. Like, Chips, they had a Chips movie, right? Hidunda says, I'm gonna head out before my laptop cooks me alive. Its fans are worn. Hidunda, it was lovely to have you in, as always. I do hope that you have a good night. I hope that you continue to get better. with the whole COVIDing, because that sucks. COVID's not cool. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. I don't know why I put the question mark on that, but I did put a question mark on that. Chip's movie was 2017? What the heck? Why though? Also, can I say that I really like the presentation of this level? Like, this is slick. This is very much my jam. Except for the break in the level there. That part wasn't so great. Somebody thought Chips was going to be big in 2017. All the Chips heads were gonna show up. Like, what? There weren't Chips heads though. Like, I don't even think there were Chips heads when Chips was a show. It's so weird. I love how you break at least one polished level per LBP stream. I don't even try. This is my skill. And I love it. I ended up the level that I looked at today in oh, by all means, don't worry about lurking, Sophie. It is it's 100% okay, but I don't have a lurk command. Please do. But thank you so much for dropping by tonight. It was so nice hanging out with you. And I hope that you have a wonderful nap. And that you wake very refreshed. Why would they let me pass this checkpoint without actually triggering it? Why do creators do that? I don't get it. I hate it. I did manage to brick the level I played for LBSP today, and that was fun. I thought that was cute. It wasn't my fault though. They had a necessary piece for progress that wasn't glued down and that you could easily push so that you couldn't pick it up anymore. What is going on with this fan? Kronos, what is going on with this fan? Thank you so much, Sophia. That means a lot. That means an awful lot to me. Alice says, did you ever see the Chips Backdoor episode about a group of cops that know martial arts for some reason? And Battle Ninja, I'm pretty sure. I did not, but I'm somehow not at all shocked. But it probably wasn't as cool as Master Ninja with Clue Gulager, who I think, if I remember correctly, carries a hamster around in his pocket. This fan is showing what happens when I'm in a dress, a given address that goes spinny. We could create like renewable energy just by keeping you in dresses that go spinny. And I love that. I'm a fan of that. I mean, that was pretty heavy news, Kronos. It's not surprising that you're still a bit shook up about it. This is my main interaction with Chips besides that episode, and an uncle of mine once saying Chips is okay, but it's no dragnet with no irony. Oh my god. Oh my god. But, on the other hand, Dragnet does have an episode with made-for-TV beatniks where they're supposedly on LSD, and the way that they show that they're on LSD is by having them eat paint. It's pretty fabulous. Like, dude just starts painting his tongue blue. You've seen it! Oh my god! It is just amazing. These wacky beatniks. I've watched like 50 episodes of Dragnet. I am so sorry. That is more Dragnet than I would ever want inflicted on anybody. That is simply too much Dragnet. Oh, nice little like camera shake and flicker effect with the wormhole. That's kind of cool. Joe Friday is a funny guy. I mean, funny in quotes, I think. Definitely funny in quotes. It's a pickle. Or a banana. Probably a banana. Wait, how do I get over there? I can't... Can I pull any of this? I mean, I can grab it, but I can't do a thing? Oh, please tell me you're not broken, because I'm actually really enjoying this level. It does, doesn't it? Like, this is pretty neat. I got squished. But I'm not sure... Like, there's invisible stuff that's blocking us, and I can't figure out how to get over there. What? What am I not seeing? This song is making me want to listen to Angel Olsen. I do not know Angel Olsen. I'm assuming they are pretty neat. Is there a button we didn't see? No, we got invisible wall, invisible wall. We got fruit. Very popular Indian musician. Okay. Well, bugger. What? I'm a fan, but your mileage may vary. I'm assuming, like, not thrash metal? Folk... Oh, folk indie, not Indian. Okay. I, like, completely misread that. There's the button. That was... I feel like you could put a little bit more of a spotlight on that button. So, like, definitely a couple of things that I would have put a bit of polish on. But I like that level. I like that level a lot. Also, Jack Webb was offered the role of the Dean in Animal House and said no to it because, in his words, it did not make any sense. I can completely imagine Jack Webb saying that. That seems like a very Jack Webb thing to say. I check something. Fred Ward was the guy on Dragnet. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, he was a guy on Dragnet. He wasn't the guy on Dragnet, but he did star on Dragnet. Kronos says, I'm imagining the aliens, colonial marines, but it's Risk of Rain. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Kronos, please. Please don't imagine that. Quill says, folk Indian sounds like a restaurant style where someone's naan is the only one in the kitchen, but still serves 10 tables and the food rules. Okay, okay, so that's like naan as in nana, and not naan as in like the flatbread? Cause if my naan was the only one that was in the kitchen, when everybody else had their naan, I'd be a little bit cheesed. I'd be like, yo, Yo, I'm waiting on my naan. I can't eat my curry without my naan. It's okay, Kronos. Like, if you gotta process. Naan is a nana. Well, it's, you know, you do pull out the banger puns, Quill. So I gotta check. Naan is romanized with a double A. Yes, but Hive, Quill is known for banger puns. So I had to check. They wouldn't do that, Kronos, on account of they didn't do Aliens Colonial Marines. They stole that Sega money for Borderlands 2. I mean, I think the idea is that Gearbox would steal the Risk of Rain money. And then Randy Pitchford would sell that, or would use that to go to a medieval times restaurant. They're not getting paid to make Risk of Rain 2. There's no money involved. All right, that's fair. Cool, says I've reached the point where my reputation is tripping over puns and totally straightforward comments. I mean, you know, it was a good one though. I'd be proud of a pun like that. Oh wait, this doesn't put out fire? What the actual level? Oh, it zaps too. I mean, oh, it zaps too. Wait, it doesn't zap anymore? Okay, it still zaps. I was worried about that. What the? What? Are we in the wrong layer? Maybe we're in the wrong layer. I love that the paper airplane queen, by the way. Risk of Rain took the obelisk ending. Fate unknown. That's kind of a good call. Why do Indian restaurants have 3 types of bread on the menu? Because they're non-binary. I love that joke. But I feel like I may have done that joke. In before Prismatic Trials gets a battle pass. I'm glad that you're working out your feelings on this, Kronos. What am I supposed to be doing here? I feel like there's like a really simple thing that I'm not getting. Okay, so the water doesn't put out the fire. That's kind of an issue. I'm not even confident enough to say that these are jokes. I mean, I'm not either. Level, would you make up your mind what you want from me? And where I can stand? I feel like that would be important, honestly. That seems like one of those things you'd like the player to know. Oh, we gotta go back over here. I do have to say I kind of appreciate how busy the presentation is. Like, it looks cool, but It's just the issue with how the gameplay actually interacts with the way that it looks. Alice says I should go to one of the local Indian restaurants one of these days. I mean, Indian food is so good. It's so good. Chronos says, I'm thinking of the death message you get when you get hit by a void implosion. You've been detained. Await your sentence at the end of time. I wonder what kind of sentence it is. Like, is it an interrogative sentence? Is it an expository sentence? Level, where do you want me to go? Why? What? You've got this arrow, but I went where the arrow was, and it did not do anything. Alice says, also need to go back to Lisbon someday, if only for Portuguese Indian curry is such a good time. I mentioned it before, but they combine traditional Portuguese food and curry, and it's really good. It sounds really good. It sounds fabulous. I would definitely eat the ever-living heck out of that. Like, Chronos, where do you think this level wants me to go? Should I go back through here? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I guess. God. The water dangly thing... Oh, I see where the gap is. The water dangly thing is a trigger that you have to shoot with the alternate fire of the gun. Which doesn't actually put out fire. It only works on these triggers. But doesn't work on studio trigger, so... Quill, I wish you a wonderful rest. It's been a pleasure having you here, as always. Only good dreams, with your name in the dreams. Your name. I don't know why that struck me so funny, Kronos, but it did. I know this is honest grief on your part, but like just the way that you phrased it. Check the DMs. I will... Wait. I have no DM, Kronos? Or at least I don't have any DM from you. Oh, never mind. Risk of rain, this is a joke? Like the rain, it all comes tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Oh, I hate it so much. Why have you cursed me with that, Kronos? Lisbon is where there's a large amount of immigrant communities in Portugal. And there are so many immigrant-run restaurants for so many cuisines. And they rule. Often there's some very good Macanese food and Cape Verde food places. That sounds really good. Now I am hungry, and I do not have the means with which to satiate my hunger. I am cursed. What is this man doing with this apple? This man is having unlawful carnal knowledge with this apple. He's even got a creeper laugh. This level is going places, but I don't know where those places are, and I don't know if they're any good. I feel like this level is going to be like someone's last known photos. Alice says, in general, the thing with Portugal is there's a restaurant everywhere, even in the most rural places, and often extremely cheap compared to most of Europe. I gotta go to Portugal. Like, I feel like that's now become a thing. Because I am, and this may surprise folks, a big fan of food. What the heck? Level, please. Stop doing this to me, Level. You are literally killing me. You're tearing me apart, Level. Yeah, I didn't like that. Didn't like that. Gonna send that one back. Well, it's a good thing that it's risk of rain then, because then the fire will be put out. Right? Unless this rain is made of phosphorus, in which case it will not be put out. That was... I don't know about that level. Like, I mean, there was some good bits about that level. I liked visually the presentation of it. I thought, like, that was charming, but that was a real pain in the butt to navigate. Got a meeting, so bye. Des, thank you so much for dropping by tonight. I hope that the meeting goes well. It's not overly stressful for you. Give our love to the family, and we will catch you up next time. Now, we are at the 2-hour point, so I am going to take a short break. So why don't I find us some music to listen to? I don't know. Maybe we'll just do Digitoast again. Just because it actually loads up. I said it actually loads up. People are overreacting too much. Many are crying over Hopo solding Risk of Rain IP to Gearbox. But Hopo already told us that they didn't have any idea left for Risk of Rain and no more motivation, so Risk of Rain wouldn't have had any future anyway. Many people also seem unaware that the infamous Randy Pitchford, who is responsible for most bad things people said about Gearbox, has been replaced last year with a technical director who is responsible for the masterpiece that were Borderlands 1 and 2. Is there any truth to that? Is that a true statement? I mean, yeah, I got my toes crossed. Can you guys stop acting like Gearbox is going to obliterate the IP into itty-bitty pieces? Oh, Fubar. This is the weird one. Green plays a song from the room. Red stops the current song. Okay. Why, you know what? Why'd you gotta make it all complicated like this? Did you Toast? Alright, I'm gonna leave the music on for a bit, and I'm gonna step away just to have my bit of break, and I will be back in a few short minutes. And we're back. Ish. Yeah. Back. The music's not back, though. That kind of sucked. I forgot how to get out. Is it X? No? We could just blow ourselves up. Wait, that didn't work. Oh, Phantom Strom, it is wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing very well tonight. Hope that life is being kind to you, not giving you too much stress. I imagine with the Twitters on fire that maybe it's a little bit stressful, but I don't remember how to get out of the chair. Kronos, do you remember how to get out of the chair? Or, I mean, not specifically out of the chair, just out of the level? Wait, is it L2? Okay, there we go. That was confusing. I saw your comment about people making music levels in LBP 2, and you're absolutely right, Kronos, and I do love them. But, also, some of them are a little bit over-elaborate. Just a little bit over-elaborate. More perhaps than I need. Pretty well. I found him strong pretty well. Life has been busy recently, I have to say. But some positive changes are afoot, hopefully. We're hoping that they're positive changes. As the big one is that I have health insurance now, so that's like super cool. And we're gonna see if we can't turn that into getting to a clinic and maybe hopefully starting HRT, which would be super duper awesome. Crumbs, the servers are being very touchy tonight. So I have no idea what level we're actually going into. Wait, what just happened? Oh my god! Maybe you're right, Kronos? That was weird. I don't know what just happened, but it was weird. Okay, we did get a level though. I am too fast. Sometimes, yeah, that's fair. That's 100% fair. Found strong. Colby Ryan. Now there's a name that I haven't heard in a while. I hope they are doing well. Needs a moment to load all the level links. That makes a lot of sense. Because there were a lot of level links in that level. I don't know how I can make it better. You might not be able to, just because of how many links are in there. Is this yours? I mean, not this level, but is the hub your level? It is good music. This would be a track worth putting on the show. I need to get some more music for the show, because, like, I used a lot of Digitoast recently, and Fester Jester, and they're good. Like, the songs are really good, but I use them a lot. Well, that was a fun little level. I like that. And we got 49. That's not bad. I don't mind coming in the top 50. Servers though. Servers are very slow tonight. I know it's pretty normal for LBP, but like, they are pretty slow. Now, Jellybeans put up a bunch of his levels for copyability. They're not like, I don't think they're full levels. I think they're just like level pieces and level ideas, but I thought that was really cool of them. I thought that was really cool of him, because I know that Jellybeans is a lad. Resort Boing. Let's take a look at that. Over 13 million now. That's true. Like, I understand that the servers have got a lot of strain and that they are going to be slow. It just, sometimes it's a lot. I know some of it is maybe my connection as well, because I don't think that I've got the most robust connection in the world. Oops. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Nice little bit of eye candy here. I think the cameras could use a little bit of work, but Regarde à ud lige. Okay. I mean, I support that for you, Toggle, I think. Toggle seemed very happy about all that, so, you know, we're good with it. What? What's going on with you, mate? Are you okay? Are you drunk? Are you sick? Do you need a doctor? Oh no. No, there's no ending! Jellybeans, why not just put a scoreboard? Why no scoreboard? Why do you make me sad like this? Now I am sad. Cute concept though. And these are really just for people to play with. There are a lot of levels in LBP that are just kind of empty boxes, Phantom, where people have put up like just a couple of collected objects but not really made a level. I know we've run into a couple of those on the show, although I don't think we've run into any of them recently. But on the old show, every now and then we would run into levels that was just like, it was just stuff, but there were no maybe scoreboard, nothing to really do, not even like a hangout level, but just objects. Hello, Newton. Oh, Sackthing, you made it. You received my urgent call for help. You see, I ran into a bit of a problem. Alice says, I need to get a heater song. Just checking, Alice. Is that supposed to say, need to get a heater soon? Okay. Oh, wait, but I would like to fight this snake. Not all 13 million levels are good, of course. Oh, that's totally fair. Yeah, I mean, not every level's gonna be a good one, but... more that just some levels don't have anything to them. There appears to be no snake though. Oh, I see what we need to do. Most Portuguese houses are old, and most Portuguese houses, old and new, are not made to protect from the cold. And unlike Spain, which requires every house to have a heater and heat stuff for the winter, as they are made, Portugal does not. That's interesting. But that's like very much like the apartments in Japan. Like they're cold. Now this is a very nostalgic track, and I love it. Doo doo doo. The cold here can get very bad, even more when you live in the north and center of the country. Oh, I hope that we didn't brick the level. Oh, I see what we need to do. There's a popular joke here that, like, in summer you die of the heat, in winter you die of the cold. Is that a joke? That doesn't sound like a joke, is the thing? It sounds like a threat. It's a dark comedy joke. I mean, yeah. Oh, come on. What? I love these little eyeball wheels, though. They're cute. I'm here for them. What are you, my friend? Portuguese humor is often very self-deprecating about Portuguese culture. Huh. Alright. Now, where would you like me to go, level? I feel like we're missing a thing, and I don't know what that thing is. Oh, fudge. Okay, well, it's not going down. Is there a bit that we can blow up? Like, there is some wood up there, but I don't think we can hit it. No, that doesn't seem to help. And this will also kill us. Huh. Excuse me. I don't like to be like that, but... what about these? Oh, I kind of forgot what kind of content you wanted to see on Tumblr, so I sent you an autistic disabled queer Tumblr user and a friend who works in disability advocacy. Let me know and I'll see if I can find... let me see the bottom of that statement. See if I can find something. That sounds... send them my way. Hive, I would love to put a follow on them. That sounds very much up my alley. And I appreciate that, Hive. I feel bad making you do... well, I guess I'm not making you do it, but I feel bad that you're doing my legwork, but I do definitely appreciate that. Now, we can't go forward into the lair. I think the reason I've fallen into this space is probably because I've been on Tumblr for over a decade. So you've kind of like already accrued a set of folks that you're following then, I guess? Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Well, level... Because there was a score in the scoreboard. So that makes me think that there's actually an exit to this level, but... Is there a thing we could climb? No. How do we get... Like, it looks like we should be able to come forward and layer, but we can't? Well, this is disappointing, because I was kind of liking this level. But, I mean, I think we've done everything to the level that we could. There isn't like a sticker, is there? That would be funny, but unfortunately, it seems that's not the case. Huh. That's a shame. We didn't do any of the team picks this week. Maybe that would be good to take a look at one. The LBPC C2, is that like, there's, isn't it like a swoop level? Doing something with swoop? There's a problem with the level you were playing that forced a return to your pod. I wasn't playing a level? LBP? Go home, you're drunk? The team picks disappeared? What? There was a problem with the level you were playing that forced a return to your pod. That is so weird. What is going on? Got lots of exclamation points, which means that things aren't loaded in. Team pick today is Proceed High Speed by Muhan Nedrabo. Perhaps we were never in our pod to begin with. I mean, that's not impossible. Well then, that's kind of a problem. What to do? What to do? Just gonna have to play demo. I wonder if demo would load? Because we do seem to be having loading issues. Sometimes you lost the server connection. That does happen. Like, it's not letting us play. I didn't even hit a button to play something that time. It just kicked us out. When you not like to restart, then go to the moon. That's not a bad idea. Empty level and go back to the pod. Huh. I never tried that before. Then it's a reconnection to the server. Hey. Hey. That's a neat little trick. Phantom, thank you so much. Because I never thought to do that. Chrono says, marine fact for tonight. Clams have no eyes, ears, or noses. They do have kidneys, a heart, a mouth, and a stomach. Huh. Clams are weird. But we've already established that clams can be happy. Oh, fudge. Failed to load level. Ominous. We may need to do a shorter stream? Let me see if we can at least do demo for... In the wake of bad news, one thing is certain. At least Death Mofu Mofu will never sell Neko Navy to Gearbox. No, Phantom, you are super okay. And I do appreciate the advice. It might be because like we've got that issue with the save data. Kronos, you've been sent to the Nether Realms. Shadow Realms are you. But that does kind of put a bit of a pin in things. But maybe that's all right because ah yes, the Netherlands. Oh God, right, the Netherlands. Wah wah. Well, that's a shame, but that's a good reminder for me to clear up my save data. That's probably at least one point of problem here. And we can always come back next week stronger and better than ever. Now, as far as the schedules go, because I'm going to put a ribbon on things now. I wouldn't be surprised if we finish up Mackerel next week, because we're only like a couple levels away from the end of this world map, and I don't imagine like the last world map is going to be that chunky. It might be, but I don't really think it's gonna. So Monday, Thursday will be Mackerel, Friday will be LBP, of course, and then happy birthday to LBP. Kind of a weird way for us to celebrate it, but absolutely happy birthday to LBP3. Then probably the week after next, we'll just do some random stuff, and we'll kind of figure out what the next long form game is going to be. But yeah, looks like we might be putting a ribbon on things early tonight. So, as I always say, you're probably getting tired of me saying, but please be drinking all the water or electrolyte fused stuff that your body needs. Try to get at least one meal in a day. If you're on, it happens. Normally we would be 3 hours, Phantom, but like with the servers being weird like this, I think I'm just gonna call it early tonight. But I do appreciate you dropping by. Like, it was super cool to have you here. And I'll remember your advice the next time things are going weird. But please remember, everybody, that there's a lot of folks out there that are rooting for your best life. And I'm just one of those folks, but I'm not the only one. Thank you so much, Buttons. It's so wonderful having you here more often recently. I really appreciate that. And from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.